Friends, Brian here for Be Better Personal Training, your personal training in the Pontiac region and beyond. Pembroke, Renfrew, Armpart. If you want the absolute best in personal training, sometimes it's worth making that extra drive. For those of you beyond that region who still want to connect with me and maybe get some online coaching, contact me at pontiacpersonaltraining@gmail.com to set up an online consultation to get you started. Today, I want to talk about those people out there who are like, I'm not feeling like I used to. I'm putting on weight. I want to get started. What happens? What are the problems? What are the obstacles? What happens here? Okay. Now, love me or hate me, I know what it's like to be on both sides of the fence. I've been overweight. I've been obese, and I've also been in shape. Life is much better when you're in shape. Okay. What is the first thing that people do, right? So for a lot of people, if they're not sure what to do, I know what it's like sitting on the couch, being really overweight, feeling sick, starting to have all these health ailments starting to kick in, going, hey, I know I need to do something. Okay, what do a lot of people do? Well, the first thing people might do is they tend to take a couple of routes. One of the first ones, I talked about this in another video, they say, okay, they eat a bit better. And move a little more. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, I've talked about this in another video. Eat a bit better, move a little more. For a lot of people, what's a great thing that you can do to get going? Go for a walk. Eating a bit better. Now, people aren't sure what eating a bit better is. We have all these misconceptions or anything. What might be a little bit better for me might not be quite the best thing for you. But let's just say people are like, hey, I'm going to start eating a bit more salads. I'm going to cut back on the junk food a little bit. And I'm going to go for a walk, maybe in the morning or at night after dinner. Okay, great. What usually happens when people do this, so eat a bit better, move a little more, is a very typical recommendation that a health practitioner would give. But also look at the shape your health practitioner's in. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm just keeping it real, folks, okay? But my hat's off to health practitioners because with our system, they're often overburdened and they're doing the best they can. So, but the best they can shouldn't always be just writing a quick prescription. Is that treating the core root problem? Okay. So eat a bit better, move a little more. So people are out walking, eating a little better. Now, over my years, I've bumped into a lot of people who do a lot of walking, and they'll say to me in confidence once they get comfortable walking by me every day, they'll say, hey, I started walking, I eat a little bit better. I lost a few pounds, but then just kind of stopped and I'm walking more and more and I'm not really getting results anymore. But the problem is your body quickly adapts, okay? Although they're doing something positive, sometimes, depending on their goals, maybe some people are just like, hey, I just want to lose a few pounds, go for a walk. I like how it makes me feel. Nothing wrong with that. But I think there's a lot of people out there who are like, no, I really want to lose weight. I want to look better. I want to feel better. So the next step, okay, you guys know I'm a big believer in resistance training. To get the hormonal optimization and to get the results you need, you have to do resistance training. Okay. First problem with this for most people, okay, again, we have a lot of misconceptions. A lot of people have all these things in their head. They're afraid to go to the gym. Why are they afraid to go to the gym? Because they're afraid they're going to be judged. They're afraid that people will be in the corner laughing at them. Why people are like that, it could be for a lot of reasons. For me, I've been training in gyms since I was 14 years old. So, I could walk into any gym in the world, and I've trained at some of the strongest gyms in the United States with some of the strongest powerlifters during my competitive years. So it doesn't mean anything to me, but I'm empathetic. I understand where people are coming from. So this is why resistance training, people that are afraid to go to a gym, I can't promise you that there might not be a jerk or one loser in a gym here and there who might say something or laugh or whatever, but that is probably like 1 in 100. Most gyms, we think that we're the center of our own universe, okay? But we're not the center of other people's universe, okay? So when we go into a gym, we think, oh my God, everyone's going to stare at me. Most people don't care. They're focused on what they're doing. And if anybody looks at you, most people are probably thinking, well, good for them. They're making some changes. You might get a jerk once in a blue moon, but that'd be very rare, okay? Despite what you might see on the internet, okay? So what I do to combat this, but what I do when someone comes in and says, hey, they do a consultation with me, I want some help, I take them to the gym and I give them a free gym tour. Okay? I show them around, show them the equipment, make them feel very comfortable. We want people to be very comfortable. Okay? And it's like, hey, you come to the gym, what's the big deal? Who cares? Okay? It's very sad, but this is something that really holds a lot of people back. They're afraid. They're afraid. Okay? With me, you don't have to be afraid. Okay? You're with me. It's all good. You're in the best possible hands. Next problem. The training program. Okay? Where do people get their training programs from, my friends? Huh? Tell me. Okay, let's just be real. Let's just be honest. They get these generic training programs from TikTok, Instagram, off of Google. Huh? So, say you're someone in your 30s, you've had an operation on your knee. Maybe you've had your ACL reconstructed. Should you just do a generic program? Or should you have a personal trainer who knows what they're doing saying, hey, okay, we have to strengthen the area around your knee, but we can't damage the knee because if you get hurt, what's going to happen? You're going to be sitting on the couch, my friend, and that's where the chips are going to come in and the chocolate bars and the candy and then depression. We don't want that, okay? Also, we have something called the risk to benefit ratio with exercises. What does this mean? It means that some exercises, what you're doing, the risk outweighs the possible benefit. I'm not going to name the exercises here, but that's why you want to start off with a very good quality training program customized for you. What is going to work for you might not work for someone else. People don't understand this. Okay? I design custom training programs after the consultation. We have to meet. What's going on? Oh, you've had surgery on your shoulder. Okay, we have to work. We have to do this. We've got to make the area stronger by doing this. But we have to do it in a safe manner. I don't want people getting hurt. It doesn't do them any good, and it doesn't do me any good. It's not effective, and it's going to set them back. Okay? So, problems right off the bat. People don't know what they're doing. Okay? I'm going to go out for a walk, and I'm going to eat a bit better. That's fantastic. And for some people, that's enough. But for most people, it's not. And then they'll be like, well, yeah, but like maybe there's something wrong with me, or I don't know, I tried, but what's the point? Okay? No. Okay? You just need someone to help you. Okay? Resistance training. Okay, the gym. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared to go to the gym. People are going to judge me. They're going to laugh at me. It's going to be like that scene in the movie Carrie. They're all going to laugh at you. No. Most gyms, people are really cool. Most people are really supportive. They're like, hey, man, good for you. Good for you. Awesome, okay? But I give a gym tour where I do my training to help people just walk into the gym, be comfortable, show them around, maybe introduce them to a few people. Hey, this is so-and-so. They're going to be training. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. Looking forward to seeing your progress, okay? And then next thing, training program, okay? What are we doing? What are our goals? What do we want? I want you to get results, and I want you to get results as fast as possible, right? But we have to introduce your body to training in a very safe way, right? A really good personal trainer doesn't just run you into the ground the first week of training, right? We're going to get your body to safely adapt, your muscles, your tendons, everything, to adapt into your nervous system, to adapt into what you're going to be doing, your training, but the workouts are going to get progressively more difficult. Also, training program. Okay, we have something called the adaptation curve. Okay, so let's just say you are fortunate enough to start training, and let's just say you get a half-decent program. You're lucky enough, you get a half-decent program. You're not going to, someone who knows what the hell they're doing. You just get your program. You get a little bit of results, okay? But I've seen people, they'll do the same program for a year, and they don't look any different. They're not any stronger. I wonder, does it ever occur to them, I'm investing in a gym membership. Like, why am I not getting the results I want? That would really make me angry. I'd be like, man, I need to talk to someone who has answers. Okay? So for me, with my training client, when I train my clients and I give them a custom routine, a program, we switch it every month. So the body doesn't get used to it. So it has to constantly be forced to adapt, okay? That also includes cardio. Now, the next thing is eating. Diet, okay? So diet is something where there's a lot of misconceptions as well, right? You have to learn how to eat to lose fat and build up your body, okay? A lot of people, there's so much crap out there. Sometimes I'll see people, they'll be like, well, I'm just gonna live off of protein shakes. And it's like, no. We strategically use protein shakes, but you can't live off them. It's about food. It's about eating the right amounts of protein, the right kinds of protein, eating the right carbohydrates at a certain time of day, doing things with our resistance training, our eating for maximum hormonal optimization, because it's a game of hormones. We need to get your hormones working for you, not against you. And I'm sure with the diet and the lifestyle you've been carrying, your hormones are all messed up and they're not working for you. So this is something that I address fully with my clients. And we do something called phase one. Phase one is just getting the person comfortable in the gym, comfortable with a proper training program. Of course, I do personal training sessions with them to get them comfortable in the gym, getting them comfortable with all the equipment, getting comfortable with their training program so I can make sure that they're doing it properly and effectively. And we have check-ins, we have all kinds of stuff. I always make sure to go the extra mile for all of my clients. So we get them in the gym, proper training, proper cardio. We do incorporate walking. Walking is great, especially in the nice weather. We incorporate that strategically as well in our training routines. And proper training programs for them, for their history, for their body, for any injuries or surgeries they may have had that are safe. Okay, people think, oh my God, I'm going to get hurt. No. Okay. We look at the adaptation curve, new program every month, and then diet. Okay. We work a lot on that, but we don't overwhelm people in phase one. Okay. They're learning how to train properly. We're making dietary adjustments. If you overwhelm people, it stresses them out. But with each phase of training, we add some different things to it. Okay. So this is what we like to do here at Be Better Personal Training, but the resistance training is a huge part of getting the results you want. But, you know, a lot of people, they just have so much bullshit in their head about going to the gym. And I have to fix that. I have to help people and say, no, you're misguided. I'll take you to the gym. No one's going to laugh at you. No one's going to judge you. Everyone's really cool. Get them very comfortable, but help them understand that building their body up and that's going to help the hormonal optimization as well as the diet, the recovery, and everything else. That's very important. So this is what I like to do here at Be Better Personal Training. These are attacking some of the obstacles of people that are in their way when they want to start living a healthier lifestyle, but they also want to see results. I see a lot of people, they do stuff and they don't get results. What do? All I can do is sit here, post these videos, sometimes try and make you guys laugh, but I know my sense of humor isn't for everybody. But again, you know, hey, if you're willing to put in the work, don't you want to get the results? Don't you want to get the results? So it's always good sometimes to go to someone who does get the results and gets the results for clients and say, hey man, I need some help. Sometimes a bit of help can go a long way. You guys have a great day. Take care.